Hey guys, what is up? It is your friendly neighborhood Goose here, back again with another Isaac Breaking Run. This time we're going to start with the Death's Touch item. It's a pretty good item. I like it. It's fun. And it also leads to some pretty radical things. Hey, bringing back that 90s lingo, huh? Wicked sick, dude. Yeah, alright, okay. Let's go. So did you guys hear the news that we've met our alien overlords on Mars? That's cool. That was neat news. I hope we all enjoy living an indentured lifestyle. It's a joke. We found flowing water on Mars. It's confirmed that there is flowing water on Mars. That was the NASA announcement, which is awesome. Like, it's really cool. Because, I mean, it means theoretically some amount of life could exist on Mars. Whether it does or it doesn't, obviously we have no fucking idea, but the presence of water is definitely a big old check mark in the direction of there being life on Mars. Oh, don't really have an option, so I guess we're taking wooden spoon. So yeah, that was some cool news. Space is a fucking fascinating thing. Mostly because we're in it. I mean, that's the coolest thing, right? We just exist within this thing. Range down is not really great. I do really like Smartfly though. This is a good pickup. All right, we're gonna grow some balls and you know. Beautiful. Okay. All right, so this run is, I mean, it's okay. I'm really looking just to get higher tier size. That's generally what I aim for when I pick up an item like Death's Touch or, you know, Chocolate Milk or whatever. It's just more things that increase the size of my tiers, because that's just, it's such a just cool thing. However, if I don't get that sort of thing, it's alright, I guess. It's not the end of the world. I won't be too terribly upset as long as I win the run. Above all else, the goal in these runs, I shouldn't have grabbed that red heart. Whatever. The goal of these runs is to make Isaac bend to my will, which hasn't been going the greatest as of late. But the other goal is to not lose runs, which also hasn't been going that great. Not as of late, just kind of generally, because it's, I don't know, it's tough to win every run of Isaac. In fact, it's almost literally impossible to win every run of Isaac. You can win a lot, but every one, don't know about that. For the amount of time I've sunk into this game, I'd say I'm still pretty shit at it, but I think that's almost everybody's experience with this game. I really don't like... I'm getting sick of these deals with the devil, man. They're always the same. Single item deal with the devil, Spirit of the Night, reroll into something I don't really care about, but is marginally okay and good enough to fucking take. Okay, good to know about. That's a really good pill to know exists. Probably won't come in use at all in this run. I like to live life on the edge, you know? I don't like to bring out the little bitch baby strats, you know? Carrying full health pills and shit. Psh, who do you think I am? So, in the realm of video games, recently I've been playing a shitload of Dota 2. I don't like this. I didn't realize that was happening. Alright. I've been playing a lot of Dota 2, which is very fun. Also, very not fun. It's both. It's great. It's my favorite, least favorite game that exists. But I'm enjoying it. I enjoy that I took a nice big break from Dota, and then I came back, and not only did I come back to Dota and it's fun, but also this patch is really nice. I'm enjoying it. It's not a major patch, but it's enough to shake up the metagame before the first majors. The first, I guess, official major, which I believe this one's in Frankfurt? I don't remember. I don't remember what the order of majors is. I think one of them is in Frankfurt. And I think it's this one, right? Because isn't... I don't remember. I don't know. But that's cool. So they, you know, they wanted to release a patch that would at least shake up the meta, so it wasn't super bland and boring, but didn't want to introduce a major patch right before majors, which is understandable, and I tend to agree with that decision. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of... Nice, keys for days. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. As you may have noticed, I kind of am taking a break from the leveling series. It's for a few reasons, one of which is that, I don't know, the reception wasn't very good. I don't know. That's not the main reason, is the thing. That's just part of it. So I don't want anybody, like, you know, mistaking this as me being like, oh, it didn't get hundreds of views, so I killed it. No, like, the biggest problem, the biggest hurdle for me is the fact that the WoW leveling series on average is a lot more boring shit that I don't, that isn't worth talking about than Isaac. And it's very difficult for me to continue outputting, you know, 2 videos a day, totaling anywhere between hour 30 to 2 hours of content where I bullshit the whole time for all of it. It's difficult. It's a very difficult process. But I do enjoy World of Warcraft. I very much do. And I'm enjoying the warrior experience. But again, there's a lot of downtime in WoW, and it's very difficult to continue to be entertaining for the entire hour after I've already, you know, recorded Isaac and I've played games with friends and shit like that. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's difficulty. It's not a very, it's not the easiest thing, right? So that's the main reason it's on a break. But don't worry, I'm not gonna just end it. I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna at some point level that warrior up, and when I do, it'll be recorded. However, in the meantime, I got well, I have that shaman that I talked about in the warrior leveling. God, I hate these item rooms. That shaman that I began leveling, that I talked about during the leveling series, is currently 74, I think. So it hasn't made a lot of progress. However, I did in just like a week get a mage from level 1 to 100, and now they are my second highest eye level character. My highest being my hunter. I think my hunter I just got up to about 690. Just started replacing some stuff today because I noticed I had a shitload of Apexis, and I was like, what do I do with this? Oh, sure, I'll upgrade some Balefuls. So that was cool. So I was doing that, but yeah, so my mage, I want to say, is around 660. Roundabouts there. Mage is kind of fun. I want a bunch of level cap characters because I want them to be my source. I want that to be a consistent source of easy money to continue to play World of Warcraft without spending real money. Fuck off with your stupid bounces. Holy shit. Okay. This is fucking retarded. Whatever. But yeah, I want as many level caps as possible just to farm, like, Cataclysm 25-man heroic raids, because they give if you do all of them, or all the main ones, I guess. If you do Dragon Soul, Firelands, Dragon Soul, Firelands, Blackwing Descent, and Twilight something or other. Whatever the fucking name of that one is. If you do all those, you'll get around 8,000 gold, potentially 10,000. On one of my runs, I got around a little over 10,000 total. And that's raw gold. You don't have to, like, vend or anything. It's straight raw fucking gold. I hate. I haven't cheesed Krampus in so long. I'm trying to walk this through my own brain. I don't know how that fucking happened. So yeah, basically, the thing is, it's 8,000 a week per character, right? And that's just from doing the 25-man heroic main Cataclysm raids. If you toss in Throne of the Four Winds, then you have a chance of getting a mount, and also it's an additional 500 gold, I want to say. It's definitely the cheapest one because it's 2 bosses. And the reason it's so good is because all the bosses drop the Cataclysm 25-man heroic bosses all drop 125 gold? Roundabouts? 125? 150 maybe? I think it's 100. I don't know. Whatever. It's in that range. I want to say it's 150 actually. Fuck off with your moving! I hate you! Alright, the door opened. We lost. Ah, Krampus, you suck. I hate you so much. These are good though. So basically, they're really good in that respect, and also because they're 25 men, they drop a lot of loot because it's supposed to, you know, it's dropping an amount of loot, expecting you to distribute it between 25 players, and of course you're just vendoring all of it. And every piece from Cataclysm heroic raids, heroic 25-man raids, every piece, if it's a weapon, it's around like 40 to 50 gold to vendor, I want to say. Something like that. So basically, it's a lot of vendoring, and it's a lot of raw gold. It's definitely the most efficient way to get gold without depending on RNG or the auction house. And then obviously you do Supreme Lord Kazakh every week on every character again. And that gives you 5 to 15 Fellblight per character. So let's say if you have 3 characters, every week you're getting a minimum of 15 Fellblight, and you're getting 24,000 gold from the raids. Fellblight, depending on your server, sells anywhere between 100 to 300 gold. On mine, it used to be 200 to 300, but recently it's tanked a lot. I don't know why. So now I'm getting them. I'm selling them off for like 150. So let's say 150. Fuck, what's 15 times 150? Shit, that's some rough math for me right now. I'm in a not a mathy mood. 15 times 150, 1.5k plus 150 times 5 is so one. It's a number. What is it? That's like 2k. Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's say 2k. Right. Okay. So that means every week you're getting like 26,000 gold minimum, right? Just like bare minimum. And that means that in a month, because there's 4 weeks, you're getting roundabouts 100k a month. And then if you're on the US region, the WoW tokens are like 30k, so you'll have plenty of WoW tokens to buy. So that's the goal, basically. That's my end goal. Is just get on that rotation and stuff. And then, of course, you know, if you're lucky from Kazakh, you can get extra Fellblight and all this other stuff. And you can actually just do Fellblight farming on your own via any of the gathering professions while within Tanaan Jungle, which happens to be what I also do. Which also yields a large amount of felt light. Specifically, fishing is like, that's the one, man. Fishing is that's the profession. Also, sorry about all the WoW talk. Holy shit, I thought I said at some point that I wouldn't talk about WoW a lot. I'm a liar, I'm sorry about that. If you don't like WoW, that probably, your ears glazed over. Callback, am I right? Okay, let's go. Although I did buy a new game recently, and by recently I mean tonight, and it looks sweet, and I played it, and it happens to be quite sweet. It's called Rivals of Aether? Rivals of the Aether? I think it's just Rivals of Aether. People have been abbreviating it as ROA, so I'm assuming it's just Rivals of Aether. And it's essentially a Smash clone. And here's the kicker, right? I think, pretty objectively, Melee is the most competitive Smash game, right? I think when it comes to talking about game design-wise, it's hard to pin which one's the best. All the Melee fan babies are gonna be like, how could you even consider any of the others a real video game? But they're all good. Every Smash game is good. I enjoy all of them, even Brawl. I think Brawl gets a lot of hate when it really doesn't deserve it, because Brawl has generally been my favorite. And it's still technically my favorite because I haven't even touched Smash 4 yet. But I'm assuming if I play Smash 4, it will be my favorite. So take that with a grain of salt. So yeah, I think Brawl is a perfectly fine game in its own right. The tripping sucks, sure, but whatever. Every game has flaws. Anyway, Rivals of Aether is like a Smash clone. Mostly similar to Melee of any other Smash game. And here's the cool thing. It removes all of the bullshit that makes Melee what I would consider a somewhat poorly designed game, being all of the incredibly pointless tech, and I know people are going to get super upset. I think Melee is phenomenal, and I think it's an incredibly deep experience because of all the tech and shit. But I will say, from a game design perspective, Melee is pretty poor because of all of the bullshit, right? If you want to get good at competitive Melee, all you're going to do is you're going to drill one specific drill over and over and over again until you never fuck it up, and that is L-canceling. L-canceling is a horrible, horrible thing to exist in a video game. It shouldn't exist, but whatever. Right, so I'll elaborate a little further, I guess. The reason L-canceling is such a poorly designed thing is that it essentially artificially raises the skill floor of the game. And I say artificially because any good player will not fuck up an L-cancel, right? It's not like a gameplay thing. You know, there's no actual thing involved in L-canceling. All you have to do is drill it until you have the muscle memory. And so when you visualize your character about to hit the ground, you hit L at the right time, or R if you're a fucking weirdo. That's it, right? There's no gameplay there. There's no interaction. There's nothing. It's literally just you hitting a button. It's an assumed thing that everybody does at the top level, and it's just an extra thing that you can fuck up, right? That's it. There's nothing beneficial about L-canceling from a game design perspective at all. Again, I think Melee is a phenomenal game, and an incredibly deep competitive experience, but I think that if L-canceling straight up got removed from the game, I don't think it would be any less of that. And I think it would just strictly be a more accessible game, right? I don't think it would lose anything from not having L-canceling. So that's where, sorry, that's where Rivals of Aether comes in. Sorry, I got lost in my tangent. It was like a maze. But that's where Rivals of Aether comes in, because there is no bullshit like that. There's no bullshit L-canceling. There is wave dashing that exists, but as far as I can tell, it's not necessarily faster movement. It's probably faster burst movement, similar to Smash. But in Smash, certain characters will have, you know, Wave dashing will be stronger. Of course, Luigi has the world's longest wave dash ever, forever, and will never be contested in that regard, even if there are fan games that are made to make wave dashing more powerful. Luigi will still have the highest one because he's fucking weird. So there is wave dashing in the game. It's cool. I think wave dashing is a fine thing because that isn't like that is a gameplay thing, right? You don't always wave dash, right? The reason, another reason L canceling is just not gameplay is because you don't ever have a decision. I mean, that's probably wrong. I'm sure there's an edge case. I don't know of it, but I'm sure there is some weird wonky edge case somewhere that exists on some alternate universe and has mattered exactly one time in a game of Smash Bros. Melee since it came out in fucking 2002, right? I'm sure it's existed, a situation where you don't want to L cancel. But aside from the incredible edge case that never comes up, aside from that one time back in 2006, right? Like, there is no decision process. It is, I am L canceling, right? It's not like wave dashing. It's not like teching. It's not like any of that, right? Those are all tech. Those are all good. Those all actually increase the skill floor of the game without being an artificial barrier to entry, right? And in fact, they not only that, but they also increase the skill ceiling, specifically things like wave dashing. Because any movement option in a game, as long as it is good enough that it is used, will just strictly increase the skill ceiling of the game. That's just a thing that has time and time again been proven in games. You give players more movement options, the skill ceiling goes up. It's seen pretty dramatically in a recent game, in Rocket League, of course. That game's got all the movement options, and that game's skill ceiling is fucking ridiculous. You see people playing that game, you see people playing Rocket League, and like you see Kronovi flying around, just takes like, you know, a trip around the universe, hits the ball perfectly, goes at a perfect angle to land in the top right pocket of the goal, and then you're just like, oh, okay, well, I guess this isn't the game for me. Right, and that's a skill ceiling, not a skill floor. A skill floor is essentially the barrier to entry, right? Skill ceiling is how far the game goes. How high is the highest level of play, right? Which makes sense. These things are intuitive, I'd say. So yeah, Rivals of Aether removes some of the bullshit. It removes some of the good shit as well, but it removes some of the bullshit that Smash Melee has. While generally, from the playing of it, it feels really nice. The controls feel tight. The movement options don't feel incredibly limited unless... And here's the other thing. Small roster. Easier to balance, at least for right now. They're apparently going to launch with 6 characters, while I think 5 are available right now. And it's in early access. So small roster, which means it's much easier to balance, which is nice. I think that's a good thing. And pretty much any of the characters is incredibly mobile, aside from one, who is Crag. And Crag so far is my favorite. Maybe that's because I'm a Ganon main in Brawl and I love punishment or something. But, I know, everybody's gonna be like, you're a Ganon main, no wonder that you fucking hate Melee. Shut up! I don't hate Melee! I'm just weird, okay? I like stupid fat idiots who take a billion hits and don't die, and then one hit and they kill them. Because it allows me to read the opponents. I'm not a reactive player. I'm like a, I don't know, I'm a fluid player. I'm bad at reaction time. I'm really bad at it. My reaction time is like that of a 50-year-old. And I'm fucking 21. It's always been my weakest point in video games, which is very frustrating. Because I'm very passionate about video games. But it turns out that a lot of them that get created are very heavily leaned in the direction of reaction time mattering a lot. So it's a frustrating experience for me. Because, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe how reaction time, like, slower reaction time feels. Like, everybody kind of understands it, but I think the understanding of it versus the actual experience is they're very different things. Because the experience of a slow reaction time is so fucking dumb and painful. Imagine, if you will, let's say we're playing League of Legends, okay? That's a reaction-based video game. I haven't played, again, I haven't played League in fucking ages. So I'm sorry if I'm inaccurate in any of these things, but it's a fairly ubiquitous esport game, so might as well use it as my example. Alright, I think there's like one way to go, right? I'm pretty sure it's at the far right. But it's a pretty ubiquitous gaming experience. A lot of people play League of Legends, so we're gonna use it. So let's say in League of Legends you're playing mid lane. You're your boy Victor, right? You're Victor. You're hanging out in the mid lane. You're being a boss. You're being like, yo, I'm fucking smashing this guy's dick, and then suddenly, out of the bush on the side of the mid lane, which I'm assuming still exists, out comes a fucking jungle Nautilus. So again, sorry if any of this is outdated. This was when I played. Okay. But out comes the jungle Nautilus and he jumps on you and fucking obliterates you, right? He smashes your dick in. Now, the experience for most people is probably like, oh shit, I'm getting ganked. Flash. Right? And then like maybe you get away. But at the very least you got the flash off. My experience is more like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. Flash, right? There's like a very distinct pause between when I identify it and when I can actually like react to it. It's a bizarre feeling. I don't know. Because I feel like I identify it perfectly fine, perfectly fast enough. It's the actual action of like telling my brain what to do, like deciding in my brain what to do, and sending the signal to my hands to hit the keys. There feels like a disconnect, you know? I hate you, Isaac. And it's a very frustrating experience. It's not as bad in Dota, which is nice, because Dota is a more strategic game than reaction game, which is awesome, which is why Dota is my jam. And that's what I like about Dota. It's just so, it feels like chess, but with a lot more variables, meaning that it's not as impossible to win if you're not a grandmaster, you know? If you're just some random dude playing chess and then you face a grandmaster, you're like, oh, well, I'm fucked. If you're just a random dude who plays Dota and you're facing Arteezy, yeah, you might be like, oh, I'm fucked, but at the same time, you still have a chance to win. It's not literally 100% you're not gonna win. You know, you got an opportunity. I have good items. I've done it. But let's do that comparison in Dota 2 just to show the difference. So what'll happen in Dota 2 is you're laning as a I don't know, a Zeus. Let's say you're a Zeus in mid lane, right? Zeus is actually somewhat similar to Victor in the sense that he's kind of like a sort of glass cannon-y. I don't know. I'm assuming Victor is still the same cool cat that he was when I played. Apparently he's been nerfed a trillion times, which sounds like League balance, but anyway, so you're Zeus in the mid lane and you're laning against a Shadow Fiend. Yeah, Shadow Fiend. That's a pretty even matchup. I'd say it's pretty close to 50-50. Shadow Fiend generally will get all of the last hits, but you'll probably also get all the last hits. There won't be much denying involved, and it's a pretty 50-50 matchup, all things considered, I'd say. So let's say you're doing well. You're outplaying your opponent in the mid lane of Zeus, and you're smashing his dick in, and then suddenly, out of the fucking behind you, out of a smoke, comes the support Lina. Who's level 6? She pops out and stuns you, and then you're dead. Well, I died. I mean, let's be real here. It's not a great example because as Zeus, you're not going to survive against a gank from a level 6 Lina. Who am I kidding? But, you know, the point is you're like, oh shit, Alina, right? And then most people would be like, ah, cast a spell, right? You know, go down swinging. And then me, I'm like, ah, fuck, Alina, and then just... Sorry about that. You just smash your keyboard, right? I'm like, I need to do something with my fingers. Hope that didn't ruin anything. It looks fine. Yeah, and so I just smash my hands on the keyboard. I'm like, did I hit a spell? Left click. No, I guess not. All right, well, I died. Because, yeah, I don't know. I can't... I guess it's like a parsing issue. In my brain, I can't, like, parse the information. I can identify, right? And I can, like, execute. I can't do the in-between, the parsing. That's the problem that I have. Anyway, whatever. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see more Isaac in the future. That outro gets weirder every time, and also, I still hate outros. So thanks for watching. Bye!